Denon's X-Series AV receivers are a great foundation for any home theater. In this video, we're going to break down the similarities and differences in the X-Series lineup so that you can choose the best receiver for your system. The entire line has built-in Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and Apple AirPlay, as well as a front panel HDMI input, USB input, and a full-size headphone jack. They all support 4K video, HDR, and surround sound formats like Dolby Atmos and DTS:X, which use overhead speakers to create a more immersive listening experience. The AVR X1300W is the starting point in Denon's X-Series lineup. The 7.2 channel receiver is rated at 80 watts per channel and support up to 2 zones of audio. The X1300W also has a total of 6 HDMI inputs and 1 HDMI output. Next up is the AVR X2300W 7.2 channel receiver. The power output is increased to 95 watts per channel, and you get a total of 8 HDMI inputs and 2 parallel HDMI outputs. This means you can send one video signal to 2 separate TVs. For example, you can be watching the game in the living room while friends and family are watching the same game in the basement. When you step up to the AVR X3300W, the power output increases to 105 watts per channel. HDMI inputs remain the same at 8, but the X3300W has 2 discrete HDMI outputs. This allows you to send 2 different video sources to 2 separate TVs or monitors. It also adds 7.2 channel preamp outputs, so you have the option of connecting separate power amplifiers. The next step in the X-Series lineup is the AVR X4300H. This 9.2 channel receiver is rated at 125 watts per channel. It's the first in the lineup to feature a phono input for connecting a turntable. This receiver can run up to 3 audio zones, and it adds a third HDMI output. 2 of the HDMI outputs are parallel, and the third is a discrete zone 2 for video. The 4300H also has HEOS integration built right in, so it can become part of your HEOS wireless multi-room audio system. The final X-Series model is the AVR X6300H, which we have right here. This 11.2 channel receiver improves on the X4300H by adding 2 channels and providing even more power. The X6300H is rated at 140 watts per channel, so it's a great solution for power-hungry speakers. The extra channels of amplification also provide more flexibility for adding height speakers, bi-amping your main speakers, or powering separate zones. We're big fans of the Denon X-Series, and I hope that this video helps you to pick the right receiver for your system. If you have any questions, just give Crutchfield a call.